celebrate the feat of going beyond. As you can see, the visual design of this year's fan shows a classic style of movie camera made up of gold pixels, interconnected and expanding and lighting up the entire screen. It represents how our golden individual wins come together through the lenses of the film industry and project images of a bright and harmonious future. The gold pixels in our event artwork forming the golden movie camera are you. You are stars in these times. It is our light shining together, connected and forming a strong foundation for this industry. It is truly incredible to be able to celebrate in hybrid and in person for the first time. In the last 2 years, I can't tell you how amazing it is to finally meet all of you personally and hear your stories of challenges, of coping, and of creating amazing stories out of all kinds of inspirations. We all have our stories of limits, not just because of the global health issue, but from all the other roadblocks that have plagued our film industry for many decades. We recognize 77 honorees tonight, filmmakers and artists who have finished excellent projects amid the pandemic restrictions and who bested hundreds of other excellent films in festivals from all over the world. Mahirap pong gumawa ng pelikula, alam niyo yan. Lalo pa ngayon, nasa gitna po tayo ng pandemya. Pero tumuloy-tuloy sila, kayo, bunga ng pagtutulungan ng industriya at suporta ng ating pamahalaan. This is the Filipino spirit. We adapt, we survive, we thrive, right? Yes! Through the foremost film festivals and markets across the globe, the world has come to recognize the artistic merit of Filipino films at par with most countries, especially in terms of individual crafts, narratives, and storytelling. But while global recognition through our diverse and brave stories has been achieved, new challenges emerge as technical, quality, crafting, and taste-making have become top priorities for global competitiveness. The international films we compete against currently have the upper hand on sound quality, CG effects, technical aspects, most of which depend on having enough time and funding. So what's our next step? Imagine a Filipino Hallyu that will encompass film and all the creative industries, including visual art, music, design, literature, architecture, and performance in a nationally inspired and intentional evolution into a bright, distinct, yet universal brand of Filipino creative content. For years, FDCP have really given priority to talent and project development. This is the core of our operations, enabling and equipping our filmmakers and creatives with the foundations of creating quality stories and films through training and funding. The process is long, but this is grounded in best practices where there are no shortcuts and compromises, just a focused journey toward the right direction while lessening the guesswork. We hope that our allies in government, we call you, to continue to support us in the events, conferences, festivals, and markets that facilitate this journey for our film artists. We cannot stress enough that cinema has a business side to it. And we all realize that, especially during this pandemic. No matter how artistic or commercial your film is, we need to create structures that will allow us to become more sustainable as an industry. We look to our friends in South Korea, in France, in the US, and our other allies with their established film industries for mentoring in this aspect. And while we try to customize their best practices to apply at our own markets and audiences, only with a better understanding and business sense can we make our cinema more vibrant through effective marketing and distribution strategy as we widen the reach of our films. Another key to our progress is further pursuing collaboration through co-production. Co-production between countries elevates films in so many amazing ways, from stories to funding and meaningful collaboration in services and networking, with venture capital investments, maybe something new that we have not heard of, something that we need to understand. Together with public funding from film commissions all over the world, we can devise new systems of film finance and production that will both prosper producers and uplift the quality of our films. This leads us to world-class quality content that we can export, a distinctive identity that makes us unique, financial structures that encourage investment, and a culture of collaboration. And most of all, taking care of each other as workers and as peers, respecting our workers, creating a culture of safety para po sa ating industriya. We need to be competitive outside, but we also need to be taking care of each other within the walls of our industry. So as we go out there, I would like to encourage these producers, our directors, our actors, technicians who are here today. Let's keep that in mind. Bago po tayo respetuhin sa labas, respetuhin po natin ang isa't isa at ang ginagawa ng bawat isa sa atin bilang manggagawa ng pelikulang Pilipino. You have all done well, ambassadors. You carried our flag through your films, and you have given the new generation of filmmakers tall shoulders to stand on. And I take this moment now to thank you on behalf of the entire nation for the beautiful works that you have created. Thank you for not stopping. You kept the pace and kept going despite everything. You found opportunities out there despite the setbacks and challenges, and that is beyond amazing. Thank you for inspiring us to do the same in everything that we do for our families and country. Thank you for being our shining beacons and creating films that form part of our cinematic culture. May the success of all the film ambassadors through the last 5 years and up until today crystallize our place in world cinema so that we will have decades more of great Filipino films that will make history and live on for a long, long time. And today, your films have already immortalized and contributed greatly to the vast landscape of our Philippine cinema. This may be my last speech, I don't know. As you know that this might be my last term in the FTCP, but I want to thank you personally and humbly for all the support that you have given also to the FTCP. Mabuhay po kayong lahat at mabuhay ang pelikulang Pilipino.